Hi, and welcome to this week's Friday Focus. So this week I want to talk about how much time you're spending spinning in confusion, spinning in doubt, like spinning in maybe the amount of time that you're trying to avoid emotions. So what this looks like is, let's take, I think this is a really good example to use, sort of a work example. So many of us say, I don't have time. I've got too much to do. And so when we think I've got too much, I haven't got enough time, or there's too much to do, we feel maybe overwhelmed. And when we feel overwhelmed, what we end up doing, talking to our friends, moaning at our friends, they agree with us, which fuels our fire. We spend time questioning everything that we've got to do. I don't know how to do it. We talk about all the things that we've got to do. I've got to do this, I've got to do that. So we don't actually do any of the things we're talking about doing, which gives us a result of not getting anything done, of not actually spending the time that we do have doing something productive. We've spent the time, we've filled the time that we do have chatting to our friends, moaning, talking about what we've got to do, talking about the problem. Oh, there's this problem and there's this problem and there's this problem. So that's a really good example sort of in the workplace, and it could be your sort of chores at home. But also I want you to consider from a sort of an eating and drinking perspective, how much time are you sitting mindlessly eating? How much time are you actually spending doing that? And if you were to take away that activity, if you were to take away the food or the drink or the moaning, what could you actually then do with your time? Like, I really just want you to think about that for a second. If you were to clear your head of all the crap, actually deliberately and consciously decide, right, tonight, I'm going to sit and enjoy Netflix. Fine. You don't actually have to eat while you're doing that. But, like, ask yourself, I've got this to-do list, or I've got things that I want to do. What could I use that time for? So this is incredibly productive when it actually comes to getting stuff done. But it is also really good to consider, right, if I wasn't sat drinking beer, if I wasn't sat there eating a packet of biscuits, what actually could I be doing with that my time? And how could I spend that time on an activity that I actually want to do, that is actually going to fuel my body and my mind? And of course, you might decide just to sit and watch Netflix. You can, of course, decide to sit and moan to your colleagues or to your friends that you've got so much to do and no time to do it. Or you could actually spend that time doing the things that you have to do or want to do. So you don't actually have to do anything, but you might want to do something different. So I've got a bit of a task for you this week. The first thing that I would like you to try is just really be conscious and become aware of how you're spending your time. Not from judgment, not from criticism, and certainly at this point we are not trying to change it. But just really become aware of, oh look, I spent half an hour there talking to my work colleague about our problems. Have I actually ticked anything off my list? Have I actually achieved anything? or have I just sat and moaned for half an hour? Oh look, I've just sat on the sofa, mindlessly ate a packet of biscuits, now I'm feeling rubbish. And just question, is that actually how you want to spend your time? And it might be. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But what I'm saying is be very conscious and very deliberate, and to give yourself permission to do that if that's what you want to do. So first of all, do like a little bit of a time journal if you like really look at, right, okay, how am I spending my time? Like, I've got loads to do, but actually I'm sat scrolling through Instagram and Facebook. Oh, I've got loads to do, but I've just spent 2 hours watching TikTok. I mean, I love TikTok, but I do constrain myself. Oh, I really want to lose weight, but here I am shoving biscuits down my throat. Like, really just with compassion and with curiosity and a little bit of fascination, really just have a look at how you are spending your time. How much time are you sat thinking, overthinking? Not as in clearing out your head. That's a really productive use of your time. Getting all those crappy thoughts out onto a piece of paper, brilliant. But if you're just sat spinning in all the thoughts that's going around and round in your head that could be causing overwhelm or worry or shame, do you want to spend your time doing that? And if the answer is yes, brilliant. Give yourself permission to do that. But if there's a part of you that's going, actually, no, do you know what? I'm done with doing that. You know, I've got this project I want to do. I've got this work I want to get done. I've got this task I want to do. I really want to start exercising. I want to go for a walk. I want to pick up a new hobby. I want to start reading more. Like, it doesn't matter what you want to do. But first of all, notice how you're currently spending your time. And then ask yourself, well, what could I do? Don't allow your brain to answer with, I don't know. I have a big I don't know answered brain. It always wants to tell me I don't know. Because when we respond with I don't know, our brain is able to shut down. It doesn't have to go to work and everything is easy. We don't have the answer, we don't know. But your brain is a processor. It is designed to process. So if you ask it a powerful question, it will go to work giving you an answer. And the first answer that it gives you might not be good for you, but you can try it and then ask again, try that, and ask again and try that. But when we respond with I don't know, everything shuts down. But when we say, right, I'm not accepting that as an answer, I want you to go to work and give me a response, your brain will go to work and give you a response. That's what it's designed to do. So, your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is start to become aware of what you're doing in the time you have. Are you overthinking? Are you mindlessly eating? Are you over drinking? Are you actually spending time doing what you want to do without judgment, without criticism? And then ask yourself, how do I want to spend my time? And just notice how this changes your relationship with yourself. Just notice maybe how much more productive you actually get. And if you want to talk about it more, then please get in touch. Because it's amazing how when we're talking through the sentences in our head, you think you're just explaining the news. You think you're telling the facts. But it takes that outside person, which is what I can be for you, it takes that outside view to say to you, well, that's not a fact. That's a thought. And when you think that thought, look at what's happening. Like when you think I don't know, you feel overwhelmed or confused, you take no action from that, so you never find out. So having someone looking at your brain is phenomenally powerful, and that's what I can do for you. So I offer a free consultation. Send me a message, get in touch, and let's make it happen. Let's actually get you spending your time doing what you actually want to be doing. Have an amazing week, and I will speak to you next week. Bye.